Let's start with a really powerful idea. Your brain isn't bored, it's hunting.
Exactly. That's the powerful counterintuitive idea at the core of the sources you shared with us.
And it gets right to our modern obsession with, constant stimulation.
It's true. Every time you feel that pull to check a notification or open another tab, we tend to blame ourselves. We label it as laziness or poor focus.
Right. But the mission here is to completely reframe that feeling for you. We're doing a deep dive into this idea that the constant search for novelty, it's not a moral failing.
No, it's a deeply ingrained evolutionary trait for survival.
Yeah. And we're going to unpack the neurology behind it, how it's affecting your focus, and what's really happening behind the scenes when algorithms tap into this ancient impulse.
And that core finding is just so essential. The brain is not designed for stillness, not in the modern sense. It's always active,
Always scanning.
constantly scanning the environment for what's new. And historically, that was crucial. I mean, the brain that got distracted by a flicker of movement on the savannah.
That's the brain that found food.
Or avoided becoming food. This seeking behavior, this attraction to the novel, is literally what kept us alive for millennia.
So that restless feeling you get when you're working on a long task, that's not poor character.
Not at all.
It's just your inner hunter wanting to know what's around the next corner. And the key is understanding how that drive gets triggered now.
Well, that brings us right to this concept of the brain being, for lack of a better term, addicted to novelty.
And what's fascinating is that we're not talking about pleasure in the way you might think.
No, not at all. We're talking about the dopamine reward pathway. And people often get this wrong. They think dopamine is the satisfaction hormone.
The reward itself.
Exactly. But it's not. It's the seeking hormone. The hit comes from the hunt, not from the catch.
Okay, so every notification, every email, every refresh.
It's a tiny microhunt. And it's training your brain that seeking is its own reward, completely separate from whatever content you actually find.
And this has to be why the drive for new input just fundamentally wrecks your focus and habits.
It does. I mean, if the brain is getting rewarded just for scanning and switching, deep work becomes incredibly difficult.
Right.
The sources mention the cognitive cost of this. It's something researchers call attention residue.
Attention residue.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you shift your attention, even for a moment, to check a notification, a portion of your mental energy actually stays stuck on the previous task.
So you're leaving a little bit of your brain behind.
You're leaving behind a trail of this attention residue on dozens of shallow tasks. It means you never have 100% of your processing power for the one deep thing you need to do.
So if the ancient brain is hardwired for constant seeking, what's really happening today is that modern tech is perfectly engineered to weaponize that.
That's a great way to put it. The algorithms leverage that dopamine hit from the hunt to keep you in a perpetual state of scattered seeking.
So connecting this all together, it's not really about fighting your brain.
You can't. It's about understanding its fundamental wiring. You're dealing with an instinct that ensured your ancestors survived, but it's now mismatched with an environment of infinite low-stakes stimulation.
So if we synthesize this, the central point for you is clear. That powerful urge for new input, it's a deeply ingrained evolutionary mechanism.
It's your brain doing what it was designed to do.
It's hunting. It is not a personal failing.
Which leaves us with a pretty provocative final thought for you to consider.
Okay.
If this pursuit of novelty really is a powerful survival instinct, and you can't just turn off the hunter in your brain,
Then what?
what are the modern habits or tools that can actually harness that powerful searching brain for deeper focus instead of just letting it get scattered by constant stimulation?